Probably guys, this is one of the very few times that I'll tell you na excited ako. I-share sa inyo ang experience ko for a smartphone. And hawak ko dito for roughly mga 3 weeks na dito sa aking pocket is the Honor 90. And itong phone na ito has not only wowed me, but it gives me yung excitement factor back on a smartphone. And I'll tell you everything na na-discover ko dito sa phone na ito right after this quick intro. So hi guys, ako pa si Rich from Gadgetsidekick and welcome back to my channel. Itong Honor 90 na may 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, which is quite massive, would be priced at 24,999. Guys, sobrang sulit yan, no? For 512 gigs of storage at a mid-range phone. And this is probably one of the phones na I would recommend and you should consider itong second half ng 2023. Normally, mga phones with a really nice camera, it ranges mga 40,000 pesos and up. Like si OnePlus 11, si Huawei P60 Pro, si Xiaomi 13 Ultra, si iPhone 14 Pro Max, and of course si Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. All of them are not below 40. Now itong phone na ito brings really great camera goodness on a mid-range price tag. 25,000 pesos, itong Honor 90. And it gives you roughly the same quality that you'll be getting on those flagship phones. But we'll talk a little bit more about the camera later during itong video na ito. Now, one of the good things na gusto ko dito sa phone na ito is ang ganda ng kanyang design. What I have here is the diamond silver color, which is probably inspired by yung mga mamahalin ng jewelries. E medyo iniba na konti ang kanyang dual ring design dito sa likod, which is a little bit more oblong than circle. So kita natin dito, it's two-tone dito sa taas, plain, and sa ilalim, meron siyang design. May texture siya, which is kind of good. Another thing na gusto ko rin sa kanya dito, it has quad curve display. So hindi lang siya curve dito sa sides, pati sa ilalim at sa ibabaw, curve glass din siya. So making swiping from top to bottom and bottom to top is also smooth, like the side swiping. Now this phone is also being powered by the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1. It's not the ordinary 7 Gen 1, but it's a extreme edition. It means it's a overclock one. So check natin kanyang Antutu benchmark. And sabi ni Antutu, nakakuha siya ng 661,000 points dito sa kanyang overclock edition ng Snapdragon 7 Gen 1. And if you break it down, ito ang score na makukuha mo dito. So if you're checking Geekbench na CPU benchmark, this is the score. And if you're checking ang kanyang GPU benchmark, ito naman makikita mo. Now, alam naman natin si Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 is still made by Samsung. Hindi pa siya TSMC. So kita natin okay naman siya along the way, but during the last few minutes, medyo nag-drop siya. And it only is throttling to 63% ng kanyang maximum performance. Pag-uusapan natin a little bit more about that later during the gaming. Now, the phone na ito has a 5,000 mAh na battery capacity, which can support up to 66 watts ng Honor Supercharge. So charging from 10 to 100 takes me roughly mga isang oras to completely full charging cycle. Now, on a day-to-day use itong phone na ito, nilabas ko siya, no? Mostly puro photography ginagawa ko for the past 2 weeks. And really nag-enjoy ako dito sa phone na ito. I really took a lot of shots, a lot of videos dito. And medyo extreme usage ko, pagpatapos ng araw, halos medyo 10% na lang naiwan sa akin kasi tuloy-tuloy ang gamit ko for taking videos. But if you're using it for normal, like social media, watching some videos, and just surfing the net, I think one whole day is not a problem. Pero kung heavy usage ka, expect na pagdating ng mga 3 o'clock in the afternoon, baka nag-charge ka na. So sinalang natin siya sa PC Mark na battery stress test and nilagay natin sa 50% brightness and 60 FPS. It was able to give me a 10 hour and 24 minutes na screen on time. Now, the Honor 90 has a 6.7-inch na quad curved display. Now, itong AMOLED screen na can give me a 1.07 billion color reproduction, and it also has a 3,840 na PWM dimming. By the way, nakakuha siya ng TV Rainland certificate for flicker-free display. So I did accept the Honor 90 Flicker Challenge, and ito ang video na pinakita ko sa aking TikTok channel. Now, itong phone na ito has 120Hz of screen refresh rate, so you can either calibrate from 60, 90, or 120, or you can also set it to dynamic. Sarili na siya mag-adjust. Pwede mo rin i-calibrate ang yung screen resolution, either lagay mo sa smart or pwede mo i-manual. Remember to put your color mode dito sa vivid para mas ma-enjoy mo ang mga videos na pinapanood mo dito. So, one of my favorite things to do is definitely to browse sa aking mga favorite social media na app. So, swiping sa mga reels, mga shorts is definitely smooth thanks to its 120Hz of screen refresh rate. And by the way, itong phone na ito has a Amazon na HDR certification plus Netflix na HDR certification. So you can watch all of your HD dito sa phone na ito. So trying it out dito sa YouTube, sa Netflix, I would say, okay, ang ganda na kanyang resolution dito, and the black is blacker, the colors are really punchy, and parang nagpa-pop out siya, no? Another good thing din dito sa kanya is maliit ang kanyang punch hole, so hindi siya masyadong sagabal when you're watching your favorite shows dito sa phone na ito. So try ko lang isagad to music na ito, pakinggan natin kung gaano kalakas nga ba ang kanyang stereo speakers. Well, what can you say? For me, malakas siya. So right now, quickly pag-usapan lang natin aking gaming experience dito. I played 2 games dito and nilaro natin ang Call of Duty Mobile and Tower of Fantasy. And one of the surprise na meron dito, which I didn't see on the other previous na Honor phones, is that meron siyang game mode ngayon. All you need to do is just swipe it from side, palabas. So kailangan ko siya ilagay sa game mode para mas ma-enhance ang aking experience on gaming. So si Call of Duty Mobile, no sweat naman tong game na to. Nilagay ko sa all high settings, like nakita din dito sa screen. And the gameplay was really nice. The touch response is fast. The gameplay was really okay. Wala naman na feel na frame drops along the way. So I did play mga VR matches, mga ranked matches dito. Okay naman siya. Wala ako halos na feel na frame drops or lags. Now, playing the Tower of Fantasy, medyo ka-equivalent nito si Genshin Impact. The game na ito is quite graphics intensive din. So, sinagad ko rin naman siya. Nilagay ko sa extreme graphics. Then, of course, 60 FPS. And first 15 minutes was quite okay. But as you drag along ng mga 30 minutes or so, medyo mapapansin mo umiinit ito phone na ito. Nakaset pa tayo sa game mode. And nafe-feel ko na lumalabas na rin ang mga frame drops dito. So, probably, yun ang meaning nung throttling test na nagawa natin a while ago, which nakita natin, no? Nag-drop siya towards the end ng throttling test natin, which probably signal me na pag tumagal to, medyo mahihirapan ang Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 kahit Extreme Edition pa siya. Now guys, pag-usapan naman natin right now ang camera nito phone na ito, and it has a 200MP na main camera sensor, and it also comes together with a 12MP na ultra-wide lens na may autofocus and 2MP na depth sensor. And itong phone na ito can record up to 4K and 30fps, and ang kanyang camera sa harap is a wow factor, 50MP na ultra-wide lens which can also shoot up to 4K and 30fps. And honestly, ang dami kong pictures na nakuha dito using this camera, and taking a look at some of these outdoor shots, which for me, ang ganda ng kanyang color. Except yung ultra-wide lens niya, medyo may pagkaiba konti ang kanyang pagka-blue. And you can see all of the details sa mga cloud dito sa likod niya. Very nice. Pati mga details ng mga puno dito is also intact. Now, using this normal lens, this is what I got. And to my surprise, hindi masyado nagkakalayo ang color ng ultra-wide lens and ang kanyang normal lens. Now, more outdoor shots are looking really great. Something like this is, I can say, a very proud ako dito sa kanyang camera. It's probably one of the more flagship level like na performance that you can get on a phone that is roughly below 25,000 pesos is very much appreciated. And taking some of this animal shot is very detailed din yung pusa. This is a 2x zoom na shot. Now, going through indoor, kumuha naman mga konting mga food shot, and it really looks yummy. This ang kanyang mga buffet, no? So you can take some waffle shots. Really makes me hungry. And some of this croissant shot is also good. Even though may packaging siya, makita pag zoom mo siya, mukhang masarap pa rin siya. And some of this bread shot are really nice, and it looks almost color accurate based on what I see. And taking some shot din indoor, I would say na ang ganda ng kanyang pagka-render, no? The colors are punchy and well reproduced ang kanyang mga colors dito. Now, going on a outdoor shot, roughly mga 6:30 in the afternoon is what I see. Medyo padilim na siya, no? And I'm turning on night mode. It's what the shots that I see, and it's a 2x zoom shot, and it's quite clear. Now, going inside a church, which is quite dark, This is what I see on the ultra-wide shot. This is a normal shot. Now, the fun part here is the selfie camera, 50MP selfie camera, really taking in some of those really wow shots here, and taking even more indoor shots are really impressive. Now, I did try also some outdoor shot. It's equally good. So I did try to take some video using the rear camera, and this is just a quick example. Trying it on indoors. So you can also use a multi-window mode here, and this is how it looks like for vlogging, like itong ginagawa natin. No? It's really nice. It's really cool. I did try selfie vlogging, and this is a sample outdoor 4K 30 FPS. Outdoors. Okay, so okay naman. Just a little bit medyo whitish. And also trying it indoor using 4K and 30 FPS. I'm right now shooting at 4K and 30, and this is an indoor condition, and this is probably what you'll be getting if you're vlogging using this phone indoor. Now, the video camera, both the front and the back, I would say it's quite stable, and one of the best things that you can have here is that the camera is quite clear. For a 25,000 pesos budget phone, this is probably even better than some of the flagship out there. Now, probably you might ask me if I might want to put a case on this one. And yes, I could highly recommend this one. This is from Shandy. This is the Shandy Beetle case, and it fits right here on my Honor 90. It gives me extra protection for my phone wherever I go. So, link on the description. So guys, anong verdict ko dito sa phone na ito? Si Honor 90. Like I said nung introduction ko na itong phone na ito can probably compete head-to-head with yung mga flagship na lumalabas na which cost you around mga 40,000 pesos and up. And true enough, it lives up to its hype. Kasi ang kanyang 200MP na main camera sensor was able to perform. I was able to enjoy, and dami ko nakuha really good shots dito. And the focus is really fast. Now, ang kanyang 50MP rin ng kanyang front-facing camera is probably one of the best in the industry. And kahit mga ibang phones, mga flagship phones, mapapansin mo, 1080p, 30fps, 1080p, 60fps, which is si Xiaomi quite notorious dyan. But dito sa Honor 90, ang kanyang front-facing camera is already really good, 50MP. Sinuman pa siya ng 4K 30, aba, tapos na ang laban. Halos ito na siguro ang marerecommend ko next good phone na pwede niyong bilhin below 25,000 pesos itong second half ng 2023. Itong Honor 90 5G. Now guys, if you're interested to know kung saan nyo pwede mabili ito, I'll be linking everything on the description box below. Just check it out. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, hit yung bell icon para di naman miss mga future uploads here from my channel. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.